The energy is absolutely electric here on Hollywood Boulevard for the red carpet premiere of Marvel Studios' Thunderbolts.
Watch the star-studded cast light up the carpet and speak directly to you, our Marvel fans. Lauren.
Hello.
How does it feel returning to the MCU? I mean, what has it been like to bring Yelena to the Thunderbolts?
You know what's wild is when we premiered Black Widow, we were in the height of COVID, and so we didn't get to have an affair like this. And I'm here and I see the poster on like all 3 walls.
It's just your face everywhere.
It's bonkers.
Well, we have to talk about it first because the stunt.
Yeah.
And you are such a pro at stunts, but this time you literally took the leap. You jumped from the second highest building in the world. I mean, how do you prepare for that mentally and physically?
Well, I wouldn't be here without any of the stunties that actually got me there. So like all the props actually goes to them. Yeah, how did it? I don't know why I forced myself to do that. And
I was adrenaline.
I was the main annoying person. I was like tapping away on all the emails, being like, "You need to let me jump off the second tallest building in the world." I don't know why I did that, but I'm so grateful I did. It was a mad experience, like totally mad. Yeah, and it's so every time I watch that stunt and I watch myself step off the edge, my stomach doesn't even flip, it just drops to my feet.
I mean, kind of worth it because you got a Guinness World Record.
Yeah.
You put it next to all the rest of your awards.
I just don't know where I'm gonna go after this. Like, I don't know what stunt I'm gonna do next. I don't know how I top that.
Well, real quick, tell us where we see Yelena go in this film.
She's different. She's not the thing that we fell in love with in the first movie. She's definitely challenged and also has gone through a huge amount of loss and grief and trauma, and we're seeing that. She's someone that is struggling.
Yeah.
And it's through, all of the other characters in this movie that really pulls her out of this hole that she really feels herself falling into.
I do want to talk about those characters for a moment because this is such an amazing cast. It's an amalgamation of so many characters in the MCU, so many actors. I mean, what was that dynamic like trying to figure out the tone of the movie?
There's a lot of personality on set.
A lot of David Harbour, maybe?
No, not just him. There's a lot of personality on set. It takes some of the most amazing brains to make sure that this story gets pulled off in the right way, and to come back to this movie. This is my second Marvel movie ever. To be asked to come back, but to work with this cast was just like a dream come true. A dream come true. Absolutely amazing.
Well, we are so excited to see what Yelena does. I love what you've done with the character. Everyone does, So congratulations to your first MCU partner.
I know. Thanks for having me.
Sebastian, welcome to yet another MCU red carpet.
Thank you very much.
Although you were just telling me it's been a moment since you've been with this fanfare.
It's been a moment, and I actually think 2019 was the last time I've been on this boulevard at Endgame.
Oh, that's crazy.
So I'm having flashbacks. It's like a lot's happened since then. But
okay, wait, let's dive into that because, I mean, you are probably, one of the actors, the MCU actors who've been in the longest, you've been through every phase at this point.
Yes.
What kind of journey has Bucky been on, and where do we find him at the start of this film?
I think we find him in a good place because at the end of Falcon Winter Soldier, I think he finally kind of got a hold of those demons, but he's still sort of figuring out how to fit in, and I think he's a little bit like a quarterback that like retired but keeps coming back to the team, and he's like, what can I do? How can I help? Put me in. And they're like, you're no longer on the team. So that's his way into politics.
Yeah.
Which is not his forte. And then I think he figures out that actually, wait, I could be useful because I'm seeing a bunch of misfits that remind me of me.
Well, tell me a bit about that dynamic and kind of how you worked with Jake Schreier on this. It's such like a tonally different film. It's a really exciting new step for the MCU.
I can tell you that I didn't always have full confidence in what
Good to know.
tone Jake was aiming for, but Jake is a genius. He always knew, and I commend him for having the patience to deal with a lot of us personalities. But it is a very unique film. It's not entirely It's not entirely Guardians of the Galaxy, and it's not entirely Captain America: Winter Soldier. It's really somewhere in between. I mean, there's dark humor, but there's a lot of heart, and it doesn't shy away from vulnerability and pain and the trauma that all of these characters go through.
I love that we're getting this unique perspective. We love Bucky. We're so excited to see where he
Thank you.
goes for this. Thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Disney fan.
Enjoy the movie.
Kevin Feige, the man with all the Marvel plans. Welcome to yet another MCU premiere.
Thank you.
I mean, there's already been such a great positive reaction from the fans. How are you feeling with this release?
I feel very good. I can't wait for everybody to see it. You know, we felt very good about this movie. We screened it much earlier than we usually do. I was with the cast last week in London for the premiere there, and it went really well. So I'm very excited for everybody to see this, because it's a great Marvel movie and because Jake has done something very special, and the whole cast with this movie, with looking into deeper thematics, I think, for people to find.
I want to touch on that partnership with Jake, and kind of the tone of the film. It's awesome. This is a new step into the MCU in a way. We've got all of these mental and physical issues that everyone's dealing with. Why bring this to the MCU now? Why is this such an important story to tell?
I mean, this is our 36th movie, and we try to evolve, and we try to grow, and we try to keep doing different things. And we also, as I always say, look to the comics.
What are you most excited for fans to get out of Thunderbolts?
I think I'm excited for them to see something a little more deep, a little more meaningful, that might touch them in a way they haven't felt before, in terms of the relatability and accessibility to their own life experiences. I also think there's some great action in it. There's some great comedy in it. And if you stay, this is a little, I like to give Marvel.com little juicy nuggets.
I got both mics here.
Little juicy nuggets. Stay till the end of the credits.
Like till the end to the end.
Yeah, that's not really a juicy nugget, but that's.
Well, I don't know. You heard it here first.
And this one is particularly fun and meaningful and looks towards the future.
Well, I cannot wait to see what this is all going to bring to the MCU.
Great.
I know the fans can.
Excellent.
Thank you so much, Kevin.
Thanks so much.
Julia, the villainess has arrived at the carpet. How you feeling?
Very pumped, very psyched.
So Valentina's playing chess. Everyone else is playing checkers.
Yes.
What it's like being the shadow of the MCU?
I dig it, man. It's very, very unusual and challenging and exciting to play somebody who's 3 steps ahead and constantly pivoting. It's just a joy.
How do you think fans will react finally seeing Valentina front and center?
Hopefully they'll react well. If they don't, I'll be very unhappy. But yeah, the goal is to give a performance that entertains, and there are lots of twists and turns that I get to be a part of, which I'm psyched about.
Now, this is a team of misfits. How did you go about, Valentina, recruiting all of these misfits of cast?
Well, I don't know if I can say exactly because, well, I can't say because there are all these spoilers.
Well, tune in.
Yeah, tune in is the answer. Right.
Trust is an integral theme to this film. How does trust play a part with Valentina and the Thunderbolts team?
Oh, interesting. Well, I will say she encourages them to trust her.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, exactly.
I like that.
Yeah.
Now you get to finally sink your teeth into Valentina for this film.
Yes.
What's some character discovery that you found out?
Oh, gosh. Well, one thing I found out is her backstory, or part of her backstory, which we get to see in this film. And it really was an interesting way of locking into who she is and why she has this insatiable desire for power.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Now, this film's a lot about righting your wrongs as a character.
Yes.
Does Valentina have any wrongs to be righted?
No, she doesn't think she has any wrongs to be righted. She's very arrogant and very sure that she is right all the time.
That's awesome. Julia, thank you so much. Enjoy the premiere.
Thank you. I hope everybody likes it.
Jake, welcome to the premiere. How you feeling?
Feeling good, a little jet lag, but the excitement is counteracting that pretty well.
Yeah, you said Thunderbolts brings a unique perspective to the MCU. What sets it apart from other Marvel team-up films?
I think that there's a kind of interiority and going into the internal lives of these characters and really making that as deep a part of the movie as, oh, look, we got plenty of explosions and punches and action and all those things that you come to expect from one of these movies, but kind of coming at it from a different angle.
Yeah. Now, Thunderbolts has been called something different for the MCU. How do you balance that for like longtime fans and new audiences?
Something we always talked about is that when you get to the end of the film, it should feel like it lived up to the legacy of all the great movies that have been made at this studio, but that in an unexpected way. Like, it didn't feel like that on the journey there, but it kind of added up to that in the end. So I think it's got something for both.
Now, I want to talk about the complexities of these characters. You've teased a deeper look into them. Like, how did you go about balancing that?
I think just, when you have actors this good and they all care so much about their characters and their performances, and they bring so much of themselves to the parts, like, it's really, you can lean on them to keep you honest and make sure that it's feeling like a true portrayal of that.
Yeah. Now, you have an incredible background in directing music videos. How
Done a couple. I did a few.
I've done a bit.
Yeah.
How has balancing the score and the soundtrack when working on a film like Thunderbolts?
Well, we're so lucky to have Sunlux do the score for this. Obviously, they were nominated for Everything Everywhere All at Once, and I've worked with them before. I think in this case, what was so wonderful about it is that they did so much of the score before we even started shooting. And so we were on set, and in our table reads, able to listen to a suite of music that really became the score that I can hear behind me. And then that way, we were editing with our original score, and then iterating on that and building it further, and so it really all comes from an original place.
That's awesome. Now, you have a bunch of Marvel energies and characters in this film. How did you juggle them all in one?
The actors make it easy. It's just the way they would play off of each other. The chemistry was there pretty much from the first week on set, and it just got better after that.
That's awesome. Jake, thank you so much. Enjoy the premiere.
Thank you so much. All right.
Geraldine, welcome to the MCU. How does it feel being here amongst all this fanfare?
I cannot believe my eyes. It's just I'm like, yeah, I'm so overwhelmed. This is like actually a dream come true. It's really crazy.
Well, so we know you're bringing a new character to the MCU, Mel. If a fan asked, who's Mel? How would you describe her in maybe a sentence or two?
I would say Mel is Valentina's assistant. She's very hardworking. She's very savvy. But she doesn't really know what she's signing up for, you know?
Well, speaking of Valentina, I have to ask, what is it like working with the incomparable Julia Louis-Dreyfus, You guys get on so well.
It's absurd. I really, that's my queen for real. She's just, unbelievable and just like a truly wonderful person. So I couldn't be more blessed. It's insane.
It's exciting. And this is your first foray into it, and you get the best of the best.
Yeah.
Well, I always want to know, what is it like to get that call that you're joining the MCU? It's just such a fun moment for every actor.
I'll never forget it. Yeah. I was really sick in bed, and Jake Schreier called me and explained the film to me and explained Mel to me, and I was like, yeah. And he was like, do you want to do it? And I was like, you're asking me to do it? It truly felt like a fever dream. I was like, wow, I'm really that unwell that I'm imagining things. It's, forever going to be a pinch me situation.
Perfect. Well, we are so excited to see what your character brings to the MCU. Thank you so much for talking with us.
Thank you.
Forget Nick Fury, forget Valentina. I've got the real Marvel team assembler right here. Marvel casting director Sarah Haley Finn. Sarah, welcome to your umpteenth.
Thank you. Thank you. I think I counted, this is number 50 if we include streaming and films.
That's crazy.
It's pretty crazy, right?
Well, tell me then about this journey, because you're obviously assembling a wide array of characters that have already existed. So how did the Thunderbolts team come to be for you?
This is such a fun team. I'm very excited to see them all together because, as a lot of people will know, they came from different arenas and different phases of the MCU, starting with Sebastian, who goes all the way back to the original Captain America. He auditioned for Steve Rogers in 2010.
One of my favorite questions to always ask you is, it's so exciting to have people come into the MCU. So were there any standout moments for making calls this time around?
Oh my gosh, we have some incredible new cast joining our established cast: Louis Pullman, Geraldine Viswanathan. Yes. These are gems. These are really, there's some great surprises in store for the audience.
We are so excited to see what you all put together for this film. It looks incredible. Thank you for being you. You give us the best actors of all time.
Thank you so much. It's my pleasure. Thank you.
Hannah, welcome to the premiere. How you doing?
I am very well, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing great. I can't believe we're here together.
I know. It's been, it's been such a long journey, and it's just like I don't know, I just feel so proud to finally stand here, and like the time is finally here. Fans can finally see the movie.
Yes.
Oh, we can all celebrate.
Well, what are you most excited for fans to see?
The reintroduction of a lot of characters, and also the introduction of new characters.
Yeah.
And also, this movie has not only the action sequence, it's so badass, but the costumes are amazing, the characters are amazing, but there's a major theme in this film, and there's a real heartbeat, and there's a real, Jake, the director, has just really, his lens has really offered this kind of different view, and vibe, very different tone. It's gonna be good.
Well, you talk about a team, right? But Ava's a very isolated character.
Yeah.
How does she deal with that team dynamic?
So how does she do?
We'll find out.
That is the question. No, she's a lone wolf. She's very much relied on herself a lot of the time. And, her shield is very much up, Fort Knox. And it's going to take a long time to let that guard come down. But, the lesson is I think, do we need others to help us? And the answer is, I think, yes.
Yeah.
I think we should rely on other people.
Yeah.
Yes.
A big theme in this is characters redeeming themselves.
Yes.
Do you believe Ava can?
Yes. I hope, you always want to hope that your character can, because, forgiveness, we're too hard on ourselves, I think, and this is what this movie kind of really taps into. And, we're really hard on ourselves, and I think we should forgive ourselves, and we do deserve second chances if we really talk to someone and open up, and actually, and they're all a bunch of misfits, they are all... These group of scoundrels, let's say.
I love that. Scoundrels, misfits?
Yep, scoundrels and misfits.
Awesome. Hannah, thank you so much. Enjoy the premiere.
Thank you so much.
Wyatt Russell, welcome. You are making the MCU jump from TV series to the big screen.
Sure.
What has this whole journey been like for you?
I have been, I got the word that I was going to play U.S. agent before I had children. So, now I have two. And life is very different from before. And so my life has taken on this wild ride where we have to go different places and do different things. And your career changes and you measure your life by children, but you kind of measure your life by the characters you play as well. And so it's been fun to look at my life and I'm like, oh, that's when I did that TV show. It was a long time. COVID happened. And now this was another great experience in Atlanta.
So we have this really morally gray character almost with John Walker.
Yeah.
Can you kind of give us an understanding of what we can expect from him in the film?
John goes from being someone who I say, can't really take a hint to someone who now he can. He gets beat down and blown over, and he realizes that maybe I'm not the world's greatest thing, and I need to recover and become a better team member and a better person in the making. So dealing with all of these other great people who also don't like to play nice together. And
anti-heroes, we call them,
who get thrown together in this sort of anti-hero soup, and it's what makes it so much fun.
Well, we cannot wait to see what your character is going to bring to this film. Thank you so much for talking with us.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Joanna, welcome to the premiere. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing great. So good to see you. So what unique elements did you bring to the script of Thunderbolts?
Oh, gosh. I would say what I brought was a severe interest in the female characters. But then I think I really just got so excited about all the group dynamics and how they were going to have fun together and learn to trust each other. And that just felt like a big Hollywood movie that I wanted to be a part of.
Yeah, well, talking about that group dynamic, how did you balance that with character arcs, individual character arcs?
That's our job. That's what we have to figure out. But I think it is. We would just go scene by scene and be like, okay, who trusts who, and what would make you want to trust this person, and how can this person be vulnerable so that then we can all love them? And that was sort of the fun puzzle. It was a blast.
So talking about love with these character complexities, what aspects of the character did you go into, dive deep into?
We really thought about the backstories and sort of what they had been through, both on screen and off, and how they just had so much in common, even though they thought they didn't.
Yeah. Do you have a Thunderbolt character that you relate to the most?
That's a good question. I feel like I'm a little Wyatt and a little Florence. Oh, sorry. Those are, sorry.
Now, you've worked with Jake Schreier before. How is it to team up with him again?
Oh, the most fun. Truly, this is also weird because it was friends making a movie, truly. And so now for it to be here is just so nuts. We
Yeah.
had so much fun.
Now, this is a grittier, more raw MCU film. What are you most excited for fans to see?
I hope they feel it. I hope they feel that grit. And I think that really suits where we are right now in America and in the world. And hopefully they get to feel some feelings.
Awesome. Joanna, thank you so much. Enjoy the
Thank you,
premiere.
guys. Thank you.
The incomparable Wendell Pierce. Welcome to the MCU red carpet. I mean, tell me a little bit about that on-set dynamic, because you're joining such like a group of MCU vets at this point. What was that like?
Well, I got to experience that in the read-through with those guys.
Yeah.
Most of them, so that was fun to see. And, you know, who wouldn't want to hang out one night with Red Guardian, you know?
You get to do it again tonight.
I know. You know, we just came from London. We had a good time there. So, but most of my stuff was with an icon, Julia Louis-Dreyfus, man. And she was fantastic to work with.
Luis Esposito here on the carpet. How you feeling?
Great to be here, man. It's for Thunderbolts, our 36th film being
my
released
God.
now.
Congratulations,
Yes,
that's incredible.
Very exciting.
So how did you bring this team of misfits together?
Oh, they're misfits, so we just said, come on, you got to come together with us.
So you just put an ad up, come on in.
Yeah, come on in. Yeah, they had no work, right? They had nothing to do. They're villains. They were hiding out. Anyway, it was great. You know, drawing on our previous films and The Winter Soldier and Elena and Red Guardian and the rest of them. It's great to bring them together and see what they can do.
That's awesome. I mean, you have a stellar cast.
And nothing's
of characters.
expected, right?
Yeah.
Because they're not good guys.
Yeah, they're anti-heroes.
They've accomplished nothing. Yes.
No, they've done nothing. So is there what redemption arc should we be expecting? What themes should we be seeing here?
Well, you're gonna have to watch the film to see that, but maybe they want to do good.
Okay.
Right?
Oh.
And maybe they want to be forward-facing and help people.
Yeah, they
right?
want to turn a new leaf.
Yes,
Yeah.
I think you can expect that. Yeah.
Which Thunderbolt character do you relate to the most?
Oh, that's a hard one. Yeah, I don't. Maybe a combination of all of them.
Okay.
I like the Red Guardian because he's a dad and I'm a dad.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
Right. And the Winter Soldier is very cool.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't drive a motorcycle, but I wish I could.
It's never too late.
Yeah, it's never. It's too late.
You're like, no. What are you hoping fans take away from this film?
Well, first and foremost, we always want to entertain our fans, and that's the most important thing. And we have to serve up things differently. It can't always be the same, and I think they're going to see a different approach. Jake, our director, did a phenomenal job. The cast is fantastic. It's very entertaining, it's very funny, and it's very poignant.
That's awesome.
So I think they're going to enjoy it.
Great. Luis, thank you so much. Enjoy
All
the
right,
premiere.
thank you.
Sunlux, welcome to the carpet. Were there any unexpected sounds or textures that you all wanted to add?
Well, one of the things that we were really excited about working on this project was the chance to experiment with orchestra. And we got to record a full orchestra super early in the process, thanks to Jake and Marvel's blessing, and work with that audio and really manipulate it into all kinds of crazy contaminated versions of itself. And there's a continuum that exists between that weird version of the orchestra and the real orchestra, and we're really proud of it, and we are excited for people to hear it.
Lewis Pullman, welcome to the MCU.
Thank you very much. It's very nice to be had.
It's a lot of fanfare, for
It's
when this happens.
incredible. Yeah, no, it is remarkable. It's quite the pageantry they pull out for this.
You have just portrayed some really grounded, complex characters in the past. What was it like bringing that to this new, larger-than-life Hollywood star-studded film?
Oh man, yeah, it was quite a task. I mean, I had some serious imposter syndrome, happening. But luckily it was with a cast that was so welcoming, and they all were very reminiscent about what their first time stepping into the MCU was like, and they took me under their wing in a really generous way. So I couldn't have been able to do it without that. And then also having Jake Schreier, the director, with me every step of the way. We were both kind of doing it together, which felt like we had this very simpatico kind of brotherhood that was very comforting, and I couldn't have done it without Jake.
I know you can't say much, and I want to ask so much about the dynamic with this cast, but a little bit about Bob. Just what can fans expect from your character?
Yeah, I think fans can expect Bob to unleash the unexpected. I mean, just it teaches you to never really judge a book by its cover and know that there's a lot always going on behind everyone's eyes. Everyone here has something going on that they're going through, whether it looks like it or not.
I'm so excited to just get into the tone of this film. It's going to be so much fun. We cannot wait to see what you bring to the MCU.
Thank you,
Louis,
appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much for talking with us.
Thank you.
We are here with David. Now, Red Guardian brings such bold energy. You've perfected the deep belly laugh right here. Would you say that he brings the comedy and heart to this team?
The comedy and the heart. I mean, I think there's a lot of really funny stuff in this movie. And I think he's the obvious choice for the comedic relief, and he does have an energy, a puppy dog energy that I hope you enjoy. But you'll find comedy throughout this thing, and even the driest among us, like Wyatt Russell's John Walker, can be very, very funny at times. I think this movie's really about human beings, and in that way, we're all three-dimensional. We all have moments where we can be laughed with, laughed at, and also we can cry with. So it's beautiful.
Oh, that's great. Red Guardian, Yelena back together again. That's
right.
What was it like to reunite with Florence Pugh?
I mean, I have no words. I feel like a broken record, like a cliche, but she is one of my favorite people to work with in the world. The chemistry that I feel with her, the way my heart just expands as a human being when I work with her, when I dig into things, her intellect, her brilliance, her presence, her seriousness of intent. She's just the real deal. Yeah. And so it's just a joy.
It's like an inspiration for the whole team.
Yeah, the minute she shows up, we all just got to like bring our A game because she's the real deal.
Now, there's tons of action sequences and fight scenes that we see in the teaser and the trailers. What was it like to plan for that and get ready for that?
Exhausting because I'm not 25 anymore. And
26,
so
you're 26.
That's right, I'm 26. But you know, I mean, one of the great things, I guess, about this movie is that a lot of the action was very practical. I mean, Florence did actually jump off the second tallest building in the world. We all actually did protect people from concrete slabs. They were actually foam, but they look concrete. There was a lot of, like, you know, punching and shooting. None of us are wizards or sorcerers or aliens, so we're running around doing practical stunts. Yeah. And so, yeah, there's a lot of training that goes involved, but there's a lot of joy to that exhaustion, too, and it adds to the work. The chaos of the physicality adds to the chaos of the emotions, and it adds to us bonding as a team when we're there on set, take after take, doing these crazy stunts, you know, messing up, hitting each other. It's just good stories and good fun. So it's really great to do practical stunts. We all had a really good time.
Well, with that great story, what would you say Red Guardian wants to prove on this team?
Oh, man. What doesn't Red Guardian want to prove? I mean, I think Red Guardian is haunted by the phantoms of his failed past, and all he wants is to be great. You know, and he wants to assemble a team, and he wants a team to come together, and he wants to lead that team. He wants to be on a Wheaties box. He wants to have a kitty toy made of him. He has all this desire for all the wrong things. And I think one of the great things is that, you know, his journey throughout this movie, he kind of learns what heroism really is, or what connection really is, and what's really important in life. But yeah, God, he wants to prove so much. I can't even tell you.
That's awesome. David, thank you so much. Enjoy the premiere.
Thanks, man.
Oh, hi, Marvel fans.
Hello, Marvel fans.
Hi, Marvel fans.
A shout out of love to Marvel fans. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much for giving me this space. Thank you so much for embracing me. Thank you so much for embracing what I did with Yelena.
We can't do this without you. You are not going to be disappointed.
Thank you so much for looking at our movie, watching our movie. I hope you dig it as much as we dug making it for you.
Thank you for having me. I hope you accept me with open arms. I have worked so hard to bring Bob to life, and I hope I did my very best.
I do this for you. I do this for you guys. We all do, and I just wanted to say that it's been so wonderful feeling the love from you over the years, so thank you.
You're gonna love it. I hope you love it, but I think you're gonna love it.
You guys are gonna have a great time, trust me.
And I hope you enjoy.
Thank you. Mwah.
We are the Thunderbolts!
Thank you so much for joining us.
Make sure to get your tickets to Marvel Studios Thunderbolts in U.S. theaters May 2nd.
From Marvel Studios.
I am the void. You don't deserve to live in the light.
What did you see?
The past. No! Are you okay? I have a great past, so I'm totally fine.
You do not seem fine.
You thought you were gonna be heroes? You can't even save yourselves.
Let's do this.
That's what they talk about! Marvel Studios Thunderbolts. Rated PG-13. Get tickets now.